When it comes to the issue of these exhaust seats on the factory Pontiac cast iron heads, I do not recommend that you put hardened seats in any of these heads. I've done it before. I have hit water, even with the shallowest of seat. Once you're cutting that, you cut into the water jacket. With the factory Pontiac heads, it's not a good idea to put hard seats in it. There are other sources that back me up. There's a company back east called Nightmare Performance, I believe. I've dealt with them a few times. They specialize in nothing but the factory Pontiacs, and he concurs with me on this. He says he would never put hardened seats in because he's had the same experience I have. And I recommend, and what a lot of people recommend, is Joe Gibbs. It's not really Joe Gibbs anymore, but it's called Driven. They have what they call an additive called Defender Booster. I would recommend, in fact, I make it mandatory, like in an engine like this, I want my customer to run with every gas tank a half a bottle of that Joe Gibbs or that Driven Defender Booster, and what that protects the valve seats. I've been using it for many years on these Pontiacs, and there's a few other engines out there that I don't like putting seats in. Some of the Fords, the bigger Fords, I don't like to do it. That's just the price of doing business if you're going to run one of these early heads, especially when you're hot rodding and you're running it kind of hard. We're going to put stainless valves in here, and that does help a lot. But in order for that valve not to pound or beat that seat in, you got to put that lead additive. Not only that, the Defender Booster, what I've noticed, I use it in some of my older vehicles, and it really helped keep the carburetor clean. One of the things that we have nowadays is that the gasoline is just terrible. It has additives in it, it has too much alcohol in it, it just corrodes fuel lines and carburetors and venturis and all kinds of stuff. It causes trouble. That Defender Booster really fights against that. That's what I would recommend, and that's what I'm gonna have, that's what we're gonna do in this situation.